You know, sometimes a song with just a few lines can say so much about our world. That's exactly what Alison McLean's Couch Critic does. And in this breakdown, we're going to pull apart those lyrics, piece by piece, and uncover this really powerful story about watching, doing nothing, and the loops we can all get stuck in.
So the song just drops this line on us right at the start. It's so simple, but so final. The Couch Critic has spoken. It's not a debate, it's a declaration. A verdict has been delivered. And that's our starting point.
And right away, you have to ask, right? Who is this critic? And what did they say that was so important? The song doesn't just hand us the answers, which is kind of the point. We've got to dig into the rest of the lyrics to build a picture of this person and the world they're judging. Okay, so let's try to figure out who this couch critic really is. Just from those two words and how the song uses them, we can actually start to get a surprisingly clear idea. I mean, the phrase itself is just perfect, isn't it? A critic is someone who observes, who makes judgments. But when you add couch, well, that puts them in a place of comfort, of safety, totally removed from the action. This is not someone on the front lines. This is someone watching it all from the sidelines. They can see the problem, for sure, but they're not getting their hands dirty to fix it. And here, this is it. This is the core tension of the entire song laid out right in front of us. On one side, you have the critic's only action. They've spoken. On the other side, you have the community's potential reaction, to be woken. One is passive, just words. The other is active. It's about real transformative change. The whole drama of the song lives in the space between those two ideas. All right, so we've got our critics sitting on their couch, but what exactly are they looking at? Well, the next few lines paint a really bleak, really specific picture of the scene they're observing. Oof, that first line just hits you with this feeling of being completely trapped. It's confrontational, it's helpless. When you're backed in a corner, you've run out of options. There is literally nowhere else to go. And then, on top of being trapped, you get this image. It's not just a corner, it's a dark corner. No light to share. That suggests a complete and total lack of hope. No guidance, no clear path out. It's darkness. And this is where the camera pulls way back. We realize this isn't just one person's struggle. This feeling of being trapped and hopeless is something everyone is going through. It affects the whole community, maybe even the whole country. This is the grim reality that our couch critic is watching from a safe distance. So we've got the critic's commentary and the terrible situation they see. Now we get to the most important part of the song, the reaction. Or maybe more accurately, the lack of a reaction. We're back to that chorus, but this time it feels heavier, doesn't it? Now we know what the critic was talking about, that despair. The warning has been sounded. Yet, and that one little word is doing so much work here, yet, despite it all, nothing changes. No one wakes up. The way the lyrics are written here is just so smart. Think about the specific phrase, not to be woken. It's not saying we can't wake up or we haven't woken up. The phrasing makes it sound like a choice, a refusal. It hints that maybe, just maybe, staying in that familiar misery feels safer than the scary, unknown world of actual change. So what happens when you have a community that's in total despair, hears a clear warning, but just refuses to wake up? Well, according to the song's last lines, you get a cycle, a loop that just keeps repeating, on and on. And these lines right here, they give us the engine that keeps this whole thing going. The reason nobody wakes up is because they keep on serving the same old story about why things are the way they are. And because they keep telling that story, the same old reality, life, just keeps coming back around, exactly the same as before. So let's just map this out. It's a simple, brutal loop. Step 1, a grim reality exists. You're backed into a corner. Step 2, the couch critic sees it and says something. Step 3, the community decides, consciously or not to be woken. And step 4, because nothing changes, that same reality just comes right back around and the whole thing starts over. It's a feedback loop that's powered by the stories we tell ourselves. So after we've taken apart all these pieces, the critic, the community, this unbreakable cycle, the song doesn't really give us a neat ending. Instead, it turns around and leaves us with one last, very personal question. And this is the question that just hangs in the air long after the song is over. It's pretty easy to spot the couch critic, right? We see that in other people, maybe even in ourselves from time to time.
But the song forces us to look in the mirror and ask, are we part of that we? Are we the ones telling the same old stories, choosing to stay asleep, and making sure that our reality never ever changes? The song won't give you the answer. It just leaves you there to face the question yourself.